So we're out here at Dragway 42 getting ready to put some shakedown passes on the Camaro. We're not shooting for numbers or any Hail Marys. What we want to do is make sure the car's right and we don't have any issues before we load up for LS Fest.
The main goal for today, in my opinion, isn't necessarily to try to run the number. It's to get the 60 foot where we need it, in the 8th mile where we need it. To get this car to go 899 or faster, we're really going to have to get that 60 foot down in either the really low 130s, in my opinion, I think the high 120, 128, 127, 60 foot would make me extremely happy. So we're going to have to, get the tire pressure right, figure out what that likes. We might have to play with the anti-roll bar a little bit, play with the front limiters, the shock settings. I mean, there's a lot that's going to go into this, let alone just the tune with the timing control throughout the 60 foot. The goal is obviously to have all the timing in by the 60 foot, but we're just going to have to see what the track will hold and try to keep the front end of the car down and not spin the tires. So we're going to make sure the car's ready to go, and we'll see you guys on the track.
That timing come out off the rip right there. It left and then
his foot came off the gas like it always did.
Okay, so we just made our first hit. Really soft tune-up. The cart went a 680 at 90 miles an hour. 60 foot was only a 172, but we still pulled the wheels. So this thing's gonna be pretty rowdy. We're pretty excited right now. So the next thing we're gonna do is change tire pressure, probably put a little more timing in it, probably ice down the intercooler and go back up and make another hit.
from looking at the data log, looks like the driver needs a little remedial training. He did not go full throttle until about 4 seconds into the run. So we're going to go ahead and tell him to smash his foot through the floor this time, and we should see improvements through the 60 foot and the 300 foot just based off of that.
First run felt pretty good. Used to turbo cars, not used to blower cars. Came up on two-step a lot faster than I'm used to. I'm used to bumping in and it taking a second or two for it to come up on boost. So as soon as it hit that two-step, I stopped pushing down on the pedal. So that one's on me for sure. And then when I realized I made the mistake, I pushed my foot down. So next run will be better for sure.
We had 17.6 PSI in the tire. I looked at the slow motion. It definitely had a little too much wrinkle in it. It's starting to wad up the tire a little bit. I'm going to go up to 18.2 in it, especially because we're going to put a little bit more power in it also. Pretty happy with the first pass. It went straight. It didn't go either direction when Bob let go of that button. So pretty happy there. Now we just got to stay full throttle in it, put a little more timing in it. I think we're heading in the right direction. So pass number 2 should be even better.
So we just made our second hit. Got better than the first one, which is always a good sign. 60 foot was a 1.5. The 8th mile we went a 6.1 at 117 miles an hour. So we're definitely making moves that are awesome.
That pass felt a lot better because I think Rick will confirm that I had my foot down this time, so that's good. Car felt stable, went pretty straight. Steering's really sensitive on this, so I'm getting used to that. My car's a little looser. Shouldn't say looser, the ratio's slower, so I'm still getting used to that. But other than that, it felt really good. So we'll see what the data log looks like, but it seems promising.
Definitely a lot better. Just over a 6.1, I think it was, in the 8th at 117. So we're definitely, like I said before, I wanted to work on the 8th mile and the 60 foot. This one, the burnout sounded great, way better than last time. At the launch, we started noticing it breaking up. So We're going to double check all the spark plugs. Actually, Rick's going to look at the tune. Because we have 2 wide bands in it, we can actually see from which bank was breaking up and misfiring. So we're going to start on that side, whichever side he tells me it is. Pull the plugs, take a look at that, double check all the wires, make sure nothing came unplugged, and see if we just lost a set of plugs or if it's something else, and change the tune up a little bit. We're double check all the slow-mo videos, make sure we're good on tire pressure, suspension's all set, but we'll probably leave the tune the same just because we haven't had a good A to B pass on this tune-up before we start trying to turn it up anything. So yeah, we're gonna see what side it is and get after these spark plugs.
It sounded like it was breaking up a little bit, so we're gonna see if we didn't snatch a plug wire, or the plug just might be ready to be replaced. It's got a lot of idle time and cruising on them. They're a spark plug. About to pull the data log, make sure our driver went full throttle, but it's showing some very good promise, given the ET and the time slip with not a great pass. So I'm pretty excited for the next one.
Third pass with the car, turned up the launch a little bit, or quite a bit, and it spun. I pedaled it to try to get some data and finally ran it out. Happy with the mile an hour. Definitely shows that we should be able to hit this goal, I feel. But other than the spin, felt good. So we'll get the launch figured out, and I think we'll be in good shape.
Just on the edge of what the track / suspension / power would handle on that. We did turn up the starting line quite a bit on that. Now we're going to go in between. Still went a 969 with a 1/860 foot time at 153, which tells us we have our potential. We've got the mile an hour. We're just going to have to string a pass together here. Hopefully this next one will be it.
So we just finished the third pass, the third hit on the car. Definitely went a lot faster. However, we put a little more rev limit, or a little more RPM in the launch. We put some more timing in it, and it definitely blew the tires off. We also adjusted the front shock, so I kind of want to go back on the front shock. I think the tire pressure is where we need to be. We can't really lower it too much unless we take a lot more power out of it. We don't want to run over the tire, so we're going to take the limiter out a little bit, the actual front end travel limiter. I think we're going to be able to get down once we pull a little bit of power out of it. So we did go a 960, I think it was, so we're definitely close. We definitely got the mile an hour we need. We just got to get that launch where we need it in the 130s. I think we'll be sitting pretty good to hit this goal of 899 or faster. So let the car cool down, make those couple changes, and see how it goes.
So this is pass number 4. Pass 3 was good. Had a great mile an hour, but now we're looking for 60 foot. So made it a little less spicy on the hit, and we're gonna roll out there and see what it does this go around.
This pass number 4, spun again. Still trying to get that launch tamed down, but it felt good other than that. Decided to just let out early, no real reason, just not beat up on the car. But stayed in long enough for us to get some data, but still think we're on the right track, especially for how early I let out and what it actually ran. I think we're doing okay.
Track is not radial prepped. It's prepped for a slick tire car, so we are finding the power management sweet spot for these conditions. I feel we'll get it on this next one. We got a good video. I'm gonna check out the dry shaft data, figure out where we spun, and probably pull some power out a little longer, and I think we'll go down the track this time.
So this is pass number 4. Still didn't get the car to hook. However, the 8th mile looked great. It went a 626 at 122. Gonna make some more adjustments on the rear of the car this time. That time we loosened up the front. This time we're gonna loosen up the rear. And then we're gonna go make one more hit and see if we can hit this number.
Run 5. We're hoping that it will leave on the power that we have in it, make a nice A to B pass. And if all that goes well, he stays in it the whole way, we should see at least an 899, if not faster. My guess would be 880s, you know, if all goes well. 60 foots in the 140s somewhere. And yeah, almost 160 miles an hour most likely. Made some tune changes, made some more suspension changes. He's going to run the drag on the track one more time, tighten it up a little bit for us, and I think that should be enough to do what we need to do.
That was still 15060. I was the best 60 foot of the day. Bring them back around and put it on the next setting up.
So that was our 6th pass, and we went a 891
154
at 154 miles an hour, 139 60 foot. So I mean, that's almost, couldn't be any more perfect. So the track crew was able to come out here and get a really good surface for us, make it extra sticky for our radial car, and it shows because we went from 150 60 foot down to a 139 60 foot. So I mean, you can't ask for anything better than that. So I think we're ready for Bowling Green.
Still got a bunch in the tank too.
So we just made our last pass of the day. We've got weather moving in. It was a good pass. This build has been incredible. The guys at Big 3 have been great. And we've just had a great 9 days and enjoyed this totally. If you like this type of content, please let us know below and be sure and subscribe so you don't miss anything. Power and performance all the time. Power and performance, power all performance, whatever.
Just thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching.